This is strategy one that I'm going to go over. It's a scrambled sentence strategy, and my content area I'm going over is for agriculture in the high school area. And so this is the scrambled sentence strategy for agriculture, more specifically ag mechanics and metal, with some math components into it due to measuring different materials and stuff like that. And so this strategy is going to be for the intermediate level. And this means students are able to read and recognize simple everyday terms, but they don't know everything to them, just they know their literal meaning. And the tics for this is to develop, read, and interpret designs and sketches, and then be able to measure and mark materials. We're mainly just going to focus on different measurements and putting those in order. And so, what this strategy does is that you can have like different sentences and stuff, and you put them in order, and then you cut them out into different words, and have the students place those words into the correct order. So this is what I have down here on the picture portion of my EL strategy notebook, and this is just it zoomed in. And so what I do first, I would read the sentences to the class. The blueprint is a design plan. The sketch is for the wooden table. Use the ruler to draw the sketch, and then there's two sentences over measurements, or they're not sentences, but they're measurements in order. Like you go from millimeter to centimeter to inch to foot, then 3/4 inches, 1 inch, 10 inch, 2 feet, and 10 feet. And so what you do is I had those sentences, and you read them aloud to the class, and you cover up your whiteboard or wherever you wrote them, and then you cut them out as I did right here. I just did two sentences for the example, cut them out, and then what I did is I actually have them here all mixed up. And what you can do that students are going to go and they find the different words and stuff. You don't mix all the sentences together. You just do the words for each sentences mixed together, and they get in groups or do it individually, and they pick out, they see all the different words, and they decide what it needs to go in the order like it was on the board. So this one's going to be the blueprint is the plan, is the design plan. So now it's back in the regular order as it was on the board. And so that's that one. And then this other one is the measurements. They're all in different orders. So 10 feet, not before 1 inch. So you do 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 10 inches, 2 feet, and 10 feet, as described in the on the blackboard, and by teaching your students about measurements and the different tics during the lessons. So they're able to find all these jumbled up words and then put them back in order. And once you do that, or once the students do that, you're able to allow them to go over it, and you uncover the whiteboard so they can see the original sentence and see if they got it right or wrong. And depending on that, you can help them review the errors they had and go back over it so they can learn more about it and recall the information, and just a good review of it. And the strengths of this strategy, the students can see common words and see them mixed up and then be able to recall, and this allows them to learn in a way that where they do have to recall, and form the sentences in a way that they know the meanings of it because they're at the intermediate level, but they might not know how the structure goes together. And so this is helping them put the structure together and enhancing their vocabulary. It's also beneficial towards pushing them towards the advanced level because they're going from just seeing an object or knowing what it is to being able to form sentences and know what order they go in, such as sequential order for the numbers or measurements, or correct sentence structures like I mentioned. And that covers that, and it covers the tics too, because we went over the measurements, and then the sentence about design and blueprint covers developing and reading in a sense about different blueprints, and as they're able to advance, they'll be able to learn more about this. But this scrambled sentence strategy works very good for the intermediate level.